Hi, this is Rick Eymer, sports editor at the Palo Alto Weekly. We're here today with Sam Untrecht, the Boys Athlete of the Week. He led the team in goals and steals and assists and blocks and something else, ejections, causing ejections in the Scott Roche Invitational water polo tournament, which Menlo School won. And they repeated as champions that time, so it's cool. 2 years in a row they beat the same team, and very good team that they beat. So what I'd like to do is just talk about the meaning of the Scott Roche tournament and what it means to be two champions in a row.
I think it's really cool how we have this tournament every year to honor Scott Roche, and I think it's really interesting how Jack has implemented this tournament even though he wasn't coaching while Scott was at Menlo, but he still lives, keeps his legacy going, and it's really awesome that we have this annual dinner at the Golub's house to honor Scott, and it was just all around great tournament.
So I guess people talk about his legacy and what he meant to Menlo at the time, and I know that he was he might not have been the greatest player in the world, but he was certainly, he hustled his rear end off, I guess. Yeah. And when you think about that kind of thing, is that kind of a motivating factor for the rest of the year?
I think it is. I'm not sure exactly how good Scott was, but I know he really embodied what we are all about at Menlo for water polo and all sports for that matter. Just being your best. I know he worked all day, worked super hard in and out of the pool, in the classroom, and I think that's what we're all about, and it really motivates us and the team and the rest of Menlo to just do better.
Right, and just as a afterthought, Scott Roche died in a car accident. It was not doing anything weird, just an accident up in Seattle a few years back, 20 years ago, I guess. This was the 20 years. And Sam has also been part of a couple of national championships with on the club level with the Stanford team. I think you were on the first team All-American, I know, and your two goalies were the co-MVPs. But just talk about that kind of experience. 2 years in a row, one at Stanford. Now I don't know where the title game was, but it was down in Orange County somewhere.
Well, I think it was super cool. It's really awesome to go with those guys down. They're some of my best friends down. We won all the games both years, and I think it's really cool how we can repeat championships and show that we're the best, and we're just all around like team players just because we have the strongest bonds out there, and it's really awesome just going down there and playing with some of my best friends. Yeah,
that's one thing about Menlo that we know, that you can't really single out one player or not. Of course, Sam is one of the top players in the CCS, but there's other guys that were like Kumar. He was on the All-American team, and he's a Menlo guy, and so it's not just you, obviously. Yeah. And so moving forward, you look forward to the PAL, I guess, and that's coming right up. And do you set any goals again? You want to win your league? You want to go even further? Finally get over the hump in the CCS?
Yeah, I mean the past 7 years we've lost to Sacred Heart in the CCS finals. I think it's always a goal for us to beat them, but like win or lose that game, it's always just like a super fun season, and I know we all really enjoy going there, and obviously winning league has always been a goal of ours for sure. So I think winning league and then going to CCS and trying to beat Sacred Heart or the other teams that we might play, and then going past that, I believe we have a tournament after CCS this year. I think it's NorCal's, and going into that tournament with like tall heads and all that stuff, so it's good.
That's right. This year, finally, they decided to go with an open division in water polo, and Menlo is definitely one of the top 8 teams in the CCS, so they'll be in it. And if they win their first game, then they automatically qualify for NorCal's, just for that information. And last year, as I recall, there was a national survey done, and I know that Sacred Heart was in the top 5, Menlo was in the top 10 nationally. So, I mean, that's how big these two schools are in as far as that goes. And then you play with some of the guys at Sacred Heart Prep on the thing. How does that work?
Well, with club, some of those guys over there obviously are super talented, and some of those guys are also my best friends, like I said earlier. And then when we get into high school season, it's a super big competition still, but it's really cool how we can keep the competition in the pool, and then out of the pool we just stay really tight friends and super awesome.
Great. So that's Sam Untrecht, yes. Our Boys Athlete of the Week, and congratulations.
Yep, thank you.
And if you'd like to see who next week's Athletes of the Week are, please press the subscribe button or visit us at pasportsonline.com.